if you're thinking about buying the AudioQuest Carbon HDMI cable, because it promises to deliver jaw-dropping 10K Ultra HD video and a seriously upgraded audio experience. Hold on for a second. But here's what surprised me. Despite the high price tag of $329.95 and a strong 4.7-star rating, this cable might not be the game changer you expected. In fact, it comes with some quirks and hidden drawbacks that could make you think twice before splurging. Today, we're diving deep into the truth behind the hype, so don't buy the AudioQuest Carbon HDMI cable until you hear this. Let's get real. HDMI cables aren't usually the sexiest topic, but if you're an audiophile or a home theater buff, you know that the right cable can make or break your setup. AudioQuest markets the Carbon HDMI as a premium option with top-tier tech. A crazy 48 Gbps bandwidth to support 10K Ultra HD video, which is futuristic AF, plus advanced noise dissipation tech with silver-plated conductors, directional signaling to reduce RF noise, and enhanced EARC for lossless multi-channel audio. Sounds like the Swiss Army knife of cables, right? Well, not so fast. Now I love shiny specs. It's like when a magician waves a wand and you're wowed by smoke and mirrors. But I had to ask myself, does the Carbon really deliver on its promise, or are we just paying for marketing juice? Spoiler alert, the answer is more complicated than you think. So stick around, because I'm going to expose what working with this cable is actually like, plus share some tips if you decide this cable is right for you. First off, who's this cable for? If you're a professional video editor or a hardcore home cinema fan who's got the gear to actually push 10K resolution, or at the very least 8K, this product might tempt you. You want a cable that handles massive data without hiccups, preserves signal integrity, and eliminates noise to squeeze every drop of audiovisual quality from your setup. But if you just want to stream Netflix on your 4K TV or plug into a typical receiver, this might be overkill. The AudioQuest Carbon's design features long-grain copper conductors with thick layers of silver plating, a combo meant to improve noise dissipation and conductivity. Plus, they put a carbon layer inside the cable to cut down RF interference, supposedly making your signal cleaner. And then there's the directional arrows on the plug. To get the best sound and video, you're supposed to connect the arrow pointing toward the TV. It's like the cable has a little GPS inside. But here's my first complaint. This directional setup isn't exactly plug-and-play. If you mess it up, the audio can get wonky, so it demands precise installation, which isn't ideal when you just want a no-fuss connection. Now let's talk about something that caught me off guard. Despite all these fancy materials and noise dissipation tech, you won't notice a night and day difference in everyday use. For most users, the image quality on 4K TVs and the audio from your soundbar or receiver sounded just fine with cheaper cables. I tested the cable side by side with a basic high-speed HDMI cable, and honestly, the differences were subtle at best, like trying to spot the difference between diet and regular soda when you're not a taste test champion. Not that it's bad, it's just not the upgrade it's hyped to be for your average home user. Speaking of upgrades, the $330 price might make you wonder if you're investing in durability. AudioQuest claims these cables are robust and well-built, but here's a twist. The cable is quite thick and stiff, which makes navigating tight spaces or running it behind furniture a mildly frustrating experience. If you're a neat freak who loves tidy cable management, this is a speed bump. It's more like wrestling an anaconda than coaxing your cables behind your TV stand. Now here's something funny. Did you know the cable comes with a lifetime warranty but no customer-friendly return policy? It's like buying a gym membership but you can never cancel. So if you realize you don't need all that tech after all, you're stuck. And since the price changes rapidly on Amazon, keep an eagle eye on it before pulling the trigger. But before you swear off AudioQuest Carbon, here's the silver lining. If you're running professional-grade gear, like a high-end AV receiver, projectors, or 10K capable video editing rigs, this cable really shines. The 48 Gbps bandwidth is future-proof for content delivery that's just coming down the line, meaning no bottlenecks for top-tier video streams. Also, the enhanced EARC functionality provides superior sound with lossless multi-channel audio, which audiophiles will appreciate. If you crave crystal clear, high-fidelity audio dumped straight from your TV to your sound system without any loss or noise, this might be your best bet. Let's rehook now. Have you ever felt like your HDMI cable was the bottleneck ruining your home theater party? Well, the Carbon might help, if only it weren't so high maintenance. The directional arrows matter a lot, so if your home theater setup requires frequent plug swaps, this cable isn't ideal. Also, for casual users and gamers, a cheaper cable with HDMI 2.1 specs might do the job just as well without the headache. Now, onto durability. The cable's outer jacket is tough and feels premium, but the connector ends can be vulnerable to bending if you're not careful. So invest in cable clips or protectors to avoid damage. Also, the cable doesn't come cheap, so mishandling it would sting. Here's a joke to lighten things up. Why did the HDMI cable get promoted? Because it really connected with people. But in all seriousness, you want a cable that connects without causing stress, and the Carbon is a bit of a diva in that area. Another quick note. If you're sensitive to technical jargon, AudioQuest's marketing might give you a headache. Words like long-grain copper, direction-controlled conductors, and high-loss carbon layers sound fancy. But at the end of the day, it's about audible and visible improvements in your content. Try not to get lost in the specs party. Want to hear another joke? Why don't cables ever gossip? Because they prefer to keep things plugged in and private. In summary, the AudioQuest Carbon HDMI cable delivers state-of-the-art specs and future-proofing, perfect for pros and enthusiasts who need 10K bandwidth and premium noise reduction. However, its directional requirements, stiffness, and sky-high price make it less appealing for casual users who don't have gear to push the cable's limits. For everyday 4K streaming and gaming, you can find a better bang for your buck elsewhere. So should you buy this cable? If your setup includes ultra-high-definition devices, lossless audio needs, and professional bandwidth requirements, go ahead and consider it. If you're just upgrading your TV's HDMI cable to stream Netflix or play the latest console, this might be like buying a Ferrari to go get groceries. Before we wrap up, here's one last joke. Why did the cable break up with the TV? Because it couldn't handle the connection issues. Don't let that be you. If you want the best deal on the AudioQuest Carbon HDMI cable, check the link in the description below. Prices fluctuate fast, so grab it when you see a good offer. And remember, proper installation and respecting the directionality will get you the best performance. Thanks for watching this honest review. Whether you decide to buy or not, being informed is the real win. Happy watching, and may your connection always be flawless.